And my
Hi, good evening, everyone. It's another Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Good evening, everyone who's watching out there or who will watch later. So, good evening. It's a wonderful Thursday again, 7 p.m. here in the Philippines. And I think it's 6 p.m. there in Thailand. Yes, Jigs?
yes,
6
6
p.m.
p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m. And we hope we have another guest joining us later. She's from Guam, and hopefully she will be able to join. All right. So for tonight, our topic is Let's Talk. For our Let's Talk, we're going to talk about how to earn extra income during this pandemic, right? I'm sure that a lot of us have been affected by the pandemic, whether we're in the corporate world, whether we're entrepreneurs or whether we're online, everybody has been affected. But then, how are you doing so far? Maybe this is the conversation we have, and maybe what's triggering you to want to find that extra income. So for tonight, I have my special guest with me, Jigs. Can you please pronounce your name as
Yeah,
you
that's correct.
as you introduce yourselves to everyone out there? Please go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good afternoon to those who are watching in another time zone, and good morning. But here in our region, it's good evening now. Yeah, my name is Jigs. Yeah, so you pronounce it correctly. It's actually a nickname. My real name is Arlene. Yeah, it's totally far from my real name, but there's a story behind that. Yeah. So I'm Jigs and I'm based here in Bangkok and I'm originally from the Philippines. And my what you call this? My Facebook page is Jigs and Key Resources. That's my husband's name is Key, and we manage our Facebook page, Jigs and Key Resources. Yes. So
All
it's good
right.
to see you, meet you, Charlene, and I hope that we'll have more people, meeting here tonight. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope a lot of people are joining us tonight. For those who are
Yes.
interested in finding out what possible income that they want to build, especially nowadays, I'm sure a
Yes.
lot of you have gone through and experienced. Everybody, wala tayong Pinoy or Filipinos everywhere in the world. I'm sure you've
Mhm.
experienced the effect of the pandemic, right? Especially financially. Like me, I
Yes.
just want to share again. Like me, one of the major things that the pandemic brought to me was not only am I working from home, but at the same time, though, my actual business closed. So,
Mm.
for a restaurant and a bar, the pandemic, we're the hardest hit, especially
Mm.
for businesses that don't even have delivery services, and it's really not delivery services, it's drinking, it's dancing, so bar and restaurant kami, so we were actually the hardest hit. And hard hit kami,
Oh.
and I'm really saddened to lose the business after almost 4 years of business or business and involved kami. Pero we had to close it down just 2 weeks
Mm.
ago. Talagang fully closed na kami. And so because of this, it
Oh,
really dawned
sorry.
on yeah, thank you. It really dawned on me how important it is for us to have job security, right? Because if we don't have the job
Mhm.
security and you always lose one source of income, you don't have another source of income, then you're left with nothing. And that's why it's so important. If you notice nowadays, people are talking about under creating multiple sources of income, right? And when you're talking about multiple sources of income, this is where we now come in and offer to you what are those sources of income. And one of the major sources of income right now, and it's really accelerating, is online business. So for tonight, just want to say hi. Meron tayong friend dito. Good evening, Miriam Compendio. Yan. Hi, Miriam. Thank you for sharing your time with us tonight and staying here. If you guys have any questions during our conversation tonight, please feel free to comment. We'll just read it and then we'll answer. Hi, Cherry. Good evening. Good evening. So if you're interested in our business, just send us a message and we'll have a conversation around it. For tonight, I have this special guest with me. Not only is she kababayan, hindi lang siya kababayan ko, pero kasama ko pa doon siya sa business namin. So pareho kami nasa business. Siya mas matagal na siya ng konti. Konting-konti. Mas matagal na siya ng konti compared to me. So Jigs, maybe you can share with everyone out there tonight, lalo na mga Filipinos, kababayan natin, why did you even think of looking for an online business? Lalo na, I know for a fact you're fully employed, tama? 100% employed ka. Bakit mo naisip na kailangan mo ng extra source of income?
Yeah, thank you for that nice introduction also. Yeah, actually, I've been here in Thailand for many years, and I'm not a Thai citizen. I'm a Filipino citizen still. So I'm not, in terms of working, I always just work like on a contractual basis. Yeah, contract by contract. And
Yeah.
OFW or anyone who's been working in contract, even in the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
When the time is near for the contract to end, you're
Tama.
always asking, I have to look for another job, and then I have to sign again another contract, and then the cycle. It's always like that for many years.
Yeah.
And I got really to think about my future in terms of what's going on with me and something like that, and even for my retirement. And last year, the pandemic year, my contract ended in April. And before my contract ended, I got an appendectomy in January. So it
Okay.
also made me think. I said, what if, I haven't really thought about my health issues and all that. And then when I don't have a job, it was good that I was still, I have insurance that time because I was still working. And then, so it made me think. And then before my contract ended, actually, I said I will apply for a job like couple of months before my contract ended, right?
Yeah.
Because I did not want to commit myself even before my contract ended. But then pandemic came, and so when my contract ended, there was no job prospects at all.
Wow.
And then this Facebook feed from somebody I know, I always, follow, and she was just sharing about, her life is like this. I said, oh, this is different from what I know about her. So I messaged her. I said that, what are you doing? What's this business about? And then she shared with me about this business that we are in now. And I said, that's very interesting. And I was at the stage wherein I'm really considering and exploring ways to have really a second source of income that's a bit more stable in a sense, because there's no contracts. And so this presented an opportunity for me to explore. So I explored it, and she invited me for that webinar to watch.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I got hooked on it, and it was really an interesting way to spend my 90 minutes to watch that free webinar, as we always tell people. And because we are at the age that we need to be considering our retirement, because you read about this news that they will say, how much it costs when you retire. You need to have this amount of money, this much, if you want to reach this certain age, and with all the medical costs. And even for me, I'm also supporting my family back home in the Philippines. So I said, if I don't have a job, I don't have another source of income, how can I continue supporting my family, right? And also, other philanthropic activities like my church and all that. So that has to continue. It will stop if I don't have an income. And so that made me really think to consider, doing business. And with the situation last year, the online business was booming. So that was really a big plus for me. And even now, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Jigs. And I just wanna, hi Kathy, good evening. Smile for, we lost her again. So
yeah,
we lost Kathy. All right, so thank you for sharing that, Jigs. And I just want to touch on what you said. Tama nga when you said contract lang tayo, right? Especially when
Mm.
you're contract basis. And a lot of people are actually very contractual, as in they have to renew every year. Actually, for me as well, contractual
Mm.
ako. Hindi naman ako full-time employee because I wanna own my own time, right? And that's the reason why it's so important that you have multiple sources of income. And we're not even talking about passive income, which is investment, but really
Mm.
active income where you use your time, your energy, right, to
Yeah.
gain the monetary value of what you do. So in
Mm.
online kasi here, in the online business, when you're able to do it, right, when you're able to create this online business, it's when you work, that's why it will come in. So it's your own time
Yes,
still. And
it's
at
true.
the end of the day, that's what I really considered. One is really putting in a legacy business for me because I want that
Mm.
this not just for today but for the long term. Hindi lang now but for the long term. In
Mm.
other businesses, you can't use it as a legacy business din eh. That's why this really attracted me. The other one that attracted me was really when I started to think na talagang kailangan ko ng extra source of income. Na
Mm.
talaga sabi ko, if I do this, how fast can I do this? But also making sure that I was fully committed. And I know
Yes.
for a fact, Jigs, that you're doing well. I know you're doing well. So for a fact, you're also proof that it works. So I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
it
bring in Kathy
does.
again.
Okay. Yeah,
Hi,
welcome,
Kathy.
Kathy.
Can you hear us? Hey, Kathy, are you there? Kathy, she's still not there. We can
Oh.
see her. So,
Yeah, I think I agree with you, in terms of really having that kind of the amount of effort that you put into that business, that's, you will be reaping the result. So it's not like, just you start it and then it will just go on, but you have to exert some effort. Actually, I
Jigs,
have been doing also. Yeah.
maybe the question I want to ask you is, um, what made you choose this online business when there are so many choices out there?
Yeah, it's I think what I like is because there's a step-by-step training that they give in order to start the business. And then aside from that, once you've started, they're still continuing, mentoring and guiding you until you can stand up on your own feet. And of course,
Right.
you still have to do your own effort, that's I have said, right? All the decisions that you have to make, because it's my own business, right? I own it.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
it's very empowering to consider yourself a business owner.
Yes.
As I have been saying that, I've tried, small businesses before, but I've it never really took off. Maybe it's just that all those direct selling, those really have to go out there and tell people, or even bothering your friends and family. But in this kind of business, no, right? We don't have to do that, and we just follow that system we are trained on, and then it makes the business run,
Mm.
based on the effort that you put in, which is, I think, it's attractive to me. And then it doesn't have any border, it knows no border. I can meet with people as my business partners, and we encourage one another. At the same time, you also build your customer base from, the world is our market. Yeah,
Actually,
depending
that's
on.
also
Yeah.
a very good point that I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good point
Yes.
na there are no borders when it's an
Mm-hmm.
online business.
Yes,
Because
that's
you
true.
can, katulad niyan, Jigs, hindi tayo magkakakilala. The fact na sa Thailand ka, Philippines ako, di ba? Normally, hindi tayo magkikita, hindi tayo
Mm-mm, that's
magkakilala.
true.
Or si Kathy is from Guam. And actually, there was another person who was supposed to join us tonight. She's
Mm-hmm.
actually a registered nurse and she's in the States. Like, and
Oh.
then the other times I've been doing this, we met with people from the UK, we've met people from the US as well, some
Mm.
Canada, some Australia. I mean, it's really worldwide. And I think that's really
Yes.
one thing that really interested me in this business as well, that you can actually connect with so many people around the world.
That's
And
true.
it's so weird lang, parang weird. Now, it's all the time, it's women that I connect with. Pero actually, it's both men and women. I just
Yes.
want to tell
Yeah.
the people out there. Katulad ni Jake, she's doing this business with her husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
In their business. I'm doing it with myself first, but my plan is really bring in my husband as well in the future, because
Mm.
this is our legacy business as well. So maybe, Jigs, what also that you can share with everyone out there? What's your experience so far with where we are in terms of our online business? Kamusta ang experience mo?
So far, I think I enjoy it. And like last year, when I lost my, when I finished my contract in April, I did not have a job. I started this business. I had a couple of consultancies in relation to my profession, but then I was working like in this business for my training and setting it up. And then in December, I had this job offer for a full-time job. So
Mm,
in January, I started it full-time, and I missed the time, the freedom that I could do with this kind of business, with this
yeah,
business. I really missed it because now that I have a full-time job, um, I have to, of course, when you have a full-time job, you have to really do this and follow, you have your boss there, whatever they say. And in fact, my, I'm working with two time zones here and in the
yeah.
US because the employer is in the
Ah,
US. So, something like this, which is, I mean, I enjoy it. I love it as well. I love my job, but I miss the freedom of as a business owner, that you can just, you don't have to follow the time schedule of anyone. You are the
yeah,
master of your own schedule and time. And that is the
yeah.
beauty of doing this business. And I long for that time, that I can do that when my contract ends. And then, like, if you have a job, you don't know when that job will end, right? I mean, your employer can just fire you. I know of people who have been made redundant, right, who
Yeah.
are in this
This
business. They have
previous
been made
year. Yeah,
redundant, and they're so happy that they are into this business because it's like, there's still that steady stream of income for them, even though they have
yeah,
lost their jobs in the corporate world or in the
yeah.
government or something like that. So it's still a win-win. So
Right.
for this business, it's a plan B for my husband and myself, but it could be a
Correct.
plan. It will be a plan A when we don't have jobs. And in fact, my husband, last month when we were looking at, I said, "Hey, you saw this one? We have something coming in. Some commissions and all." And he's saying, "Huh? That big or something he did not expect, that this business can be can earn us that much." And he even said thank you to me for
Yeah.
starting this business and for finding this business, because I was telling him this is something that we can have, like you said, a legacy thing, that even though when we're retired already, it's still there. you know
Right.
there's no end. And for us that we don't have kids, we can transfer it to whoever, our nieces or nephews, who are, whom we can will the business to, because it will go on.
That's
Yeah.
actually yun ang sinasabi ko. Kasi nga we were saying, Jigs and I were sharing with each other nga that we don't have children. Both of us don't have children, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean just because you don't have children, there are no expenses, right?
Mm,
So maybe for you people, for everyone out there na maybe you have a family that you need to take care of, this is a kind of business that you can also do on the side. But also
mm,
for the people who are like us na we're like, for me, importante sa akin is taking care of my retirement, enjoying my travel, spending my
yes.
money where I want to spend it, not having to worry where my money can come from. That's the peace of mind that I want, that comes from having an extra online business. Um,
That's true.
that's a kind, and but it doesn't mean I'm gonna leave where I am. I don't, for you, kasi like we were talking about it, Jigs, it's your love eh. So for you, kahit na dapat retired ka na, hindi ka magre-retire, forever ka na sa trabaho mo, 'di ba? Pero 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 it's also good to know it's also good to know that if you do decide that you want to let go of working, that you just want to lay down in the swimming pool the whole day, or you're
Mm.
on the beach the whole day, you don't have to worry, oh, how can I earn money? 'Di ba? Parang it's automatic na there that there's something there. And
Mm.
importantly, I think one of the things that is really also attractive for me is the fact that I can go on long vacations. That with this
That's true.
business, if you go on long vacations, doesn't mean you're not working, except you're working remotely. 'Di ba? You can take your work
Mm-hmm.
anywhere with you. Basta importante lang meron kang internet, meron kang laptop. Importante talaga sa
Mm-hmm.
akin ng laptop. Even now, hindi talaga ako mawalan ng laptop, right? So, so for that, that's already a start for you to understand what is the basic requirement. Yung basic
Mm-hmm.
requirement talaga nito is internet, laptop, tsaka mindset. Yan yung basic
Mm-hmm.
requirement natin. Kasi
That's true.
akala ng marami na get rich quick ito. I'm sorry to say it's
No.
not. It's not a
Yes.
get rich quick. We really have to work on both the mindset and competencies and technical know-how. But what we're looking for kasi is long-term growth. Kasi like for
Mm-hmm.
me, I decided to come in here thinking that I'm gonna work on the business. So I just, katulad ng business ko sa restaurant, hindi ko lang siya inopen tapos hinayaan ko. I really wanted to work for it. And then every waking moment or every free time I had, I was there in the
Mm-hmm.
business because I wanted to make sure that it was successful. So this is the same for this business. It really requires you to put in your time, energy, and effort. And of course, a little bit of resources. The resources have to be there, right? In any
Sure.
business. But the resource that you put in or the capital that you put in is not as huge as a capital of a opening a restaurant like mine. 'Di ba?
Yeah,
Grabe.
that's true. Yeah.
Ang sakit sa bulsa. Super sakit sa
Mm.
bulsa. So, yun ang one of the things that you have to start thinking about if you're interested, right? So, guys, we have both our email, our websites here. So if you decide that you want to check it out, just check out our websites there. And then if you feel that it's something that you're curious to know about, go ahead and just register your
Yes.
name and email address and watch it. Diba? Watch it. Ang maganda dito kasi there are twice a week webinars, right? There's a
Mm.
twice a week webinar and it's live, right? It's live. And the more importantly than that is if you have questions during the live webinar, you can ask the questions there, right
Mm.
there and then. And then people will answer your questions because they're like talking to you. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what's important, right? What else what else do you want to say about the business jigs to everyone who's listening out there?
I think one of the attractive things also in doing this business is it's very flexible, actually. You know, the flexibility, like right now we're doing an interview, which was at 6 p.m. My time. And then by 7:30 tonight, I have a meeting with my project. So, you can slot it in. It depends on your schedule, right? So it's
Okay,
very
okay.
flexible. It's something that even if you're working full time, there is always time for this business. So it's and then eventually, if you want to work full time in this business, you can also do that. So it's very flexible, and it's for people really who have some goal in mind, and you really want to have this kind of stable and something that can really help you in terms of future income stream,
Right.
and you can set it up by yourself. And for me personally, it's more on, as I've said, through the years of working, helping my family, helping others, and all that, I've forgotten myself in terms of, let's say, a retirement fund. Very specific.
Yeah,
I don't have a
exactly.
retirement fund. And many years ago, I invested in one retirement fund in the Philippines, the pre need plans. And then I was saying that, oh, it's good. I have already a retirement plan. And then after a few years, the company gone bankrupt.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
and then they returned only a few amount of my money, and then I said I will invest it again for another retirement plan, but my I lost my momentum. And since
Mm,
then, and so this business is the one that's given me hope to set up, and it has
yeah,
started to help me in terms of building up my retirement fund and all that. So
yeah.
yeah.
Actually, when you said that, hey, Kathy, are you there? Can you hear us already, Kathy? Kathy? Wala pa rin eh. Kathy?
Oh,
Wala talaga.
oh,
So,
maybe some other time.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe some other time. So,
Mm-mm.
guys, when I talk about retirement fund, actually, that's an interesting, really note for you. Like me
Mhm.
also, I'm really looking at retirement. Kasi I just want to share this tidbit of statistics that
Mm.
really studied it, no? That 80% of the people who are retired 60 years and older, a lot of them are unable to support themselves already here in the Philippines. And
Mm.
80% of them means that 80% of those people are actually dependent on their children or their grandchildren to take care of them. So the burden is passed on to the next generation. And so for
Yeah.
me, especially that I don't have children, right? I don't there's no one to pass on the burden of taking care of me. So I have to make sure that I take care of myself, right? So and because if I retire, I want to retire in joy. Na pwede na ako nakapag-travel, na enjoy ko na buhay ko,
Mm.
right? Hindi lang puro trabaho kasi sobra naman bakit tayo nabuhay puro work na lang, 'di ba?
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah. So, anything I'll try again. Kathy? Hello, Kathy. Kathy? So, I'll tell her na lang
Um,
talagang hindi kaya.
mm.
Hindi talaga kaya. So, guys, do you have any questions out there for everyone who's watching tonight? Maybe Sherry, are you still there? Or Miriam, are you still there? Maybe what we can talk about, Jigs, is ano ba yung benefit ng watching the training? Or kasi this is what we call a webinar or a
Mhm.
training, right? Because it's sort of a training as well. Because they're actually
Mm,
teaching you
yeah, it
already
is.
it's already teaching you tips and tools on creating your online business as well. So even if you don't want to join this business, there are already tips that you can take home from the training. So ano pa yung pwede mong i-share? Ano ba yung benefit? Bakit sila manood Jigs?
Yeah, from the webinar, the free webinar that you're gonna watch live, it will tell us about why are you going to set up a business? Why are you interested in setting up your own online business? And what are the benefits of doing an online business against the traditional businesses and all that? And it will provide some information, some statistics, and the system that this business is about, which is not enough to just say verbally, but you have to watch the webinar. And then there are people there who are real people who will be sharing their own experiences, and will be sharing what are the results that they have obtained from doing the business. So there are people from different walks of life, so you get exposed to
Yeah.
every type of people. There are truck drivers there are male people, or there are what else, from the medical field, from the engineering, and housewives, stay at home
Salespeople.
moms,
Yeah.
salespeople, everyone, because this business is suitable for everyone, as long as you have the determination, as long as you have that mindset that I'm gonna do the business, I'm gonna take hold of my life, and not
Yeah.
just be dependent on, let's say, paycheck to paycheck or 9 to 5s and things
Yeah.
like that. So you will
So,
learn a lot. I learned a lot,
yeah.
from watching the
Actually,
webinars. Yeah.
that's so true. Actually, because of this as well, because of this business as well, what I can share is, I've also grown. I've also
Mm-hmm.
expanded myself. Na syempre nagfa-Facebook Live ako, no? Pero
Uh,
bago mag-Facebook Live ngayon, naggagawa na rin ako ng mga ads, gumagawa na rin ako ng mga posts na dati hindi ko
mhm,
naman ginagawa, 'di ba? So, Miriam, you're asking, it's actually a digital marketing business. We're not allowed to share unless you watch the training or webinar. We don't want to preempt, so it's really something that you need to watch. It's free, there's no cost to you. So if you're really curious, take the time to learn about it. What made me join this was the fact that there is an automated system, there's a training tool which I never found in other businesses that I tried. And
mhm.
basically, I've gone through drop shipping. I've tried
Oh,
learn yeah, I've studied drop shipping, and I found out
mhm,
what does it take for drop shipping, how much does it cost, and I calculated all that, as well as I did also affiliate marketing. And what if you're really on an online business, you really need to do social media marketing. And basically, what this business does is it teaches you how to do social media marketing as well. And
yes.
that's the most important, kasi you're gonna have to do it no matter what, whether you're a brick and mortar business, which I had before. I still had to do social media marketing.
Mhm,
Even if I'm a coach right now, I still have to do social media marketing. But what does this business do is that it tools you, it equips you so that you can do it yourself. And then, of course, at the end of the day, it's tried and tested for them, but you still have to test it yourself, kasi what fits
mm,
somebody in another country may not fit you, right? So that's what we do. Like for me, I copy and paste, pero pagka after copy and paste ko, I have to tweak it kasi hindi bagay, so I have to change. So yun yung ginagawa natin ngayon. it's
yeah,
that's the learning that's the learning I'm creating for myself. Okay,
yeah,
so
that's true.
yeah. So, ano sa tingin mo, for you, Migs, ang pinaka-challenges or barriers mo to make this business successful for you?
Yeah, one of the challenges actually is, my own self sometimes. Like, sometimes you think like, oh, can I do it? Kaya ko ba? Or something like that, you know.
Oh,
But then from this business, even from the interactions with our business partners and in our training, we are trained to have that kind of mindset to go for it. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I have learned is in terms of developing myself, personal development, because not all of us are good in speaking, to people or just expressing ourselves. So sometimes there's that feeling of not being confident, right? So that
yeah,
can
correct.
that can be a challenge, but it can be overcome, right? Because we are, encouraged by many people. We have this business community that's very good in encouraging everybody, and I have learned how to be appreciative of myself as well. So that is very helpful, help me to overcome that challenge of sometimes being shy and all that. I mean, I'm not really a shy person, but there are times, especially in doing business, that you have that kind of doubt that, oh, can I do this or something like that. So
Yes,
we have to
actually.
overcome that, the self doubt. Yeah, that's a challenge. Yeah.
Actually, I wanna
1 minute,
say
let me
that's
think.
so okay. I wanna say to everyone, no, that's so true in terms of self-doubt. Kasi ang
Yes.
self-doubt is really the killer in our confidence level, to the point na
Mm,
self-doubt is something that we haven't even tried it, we haven't done anything, we already have a negative saying. Katulad dito, I'm sure a lot of people there are very skeptics na, oh,
yeah.
bakit ko gagawin? If you're skeptical,
Mm,
watch it. If you don't want it,
yeah.
then don't join. That's what I've been
Mm,
doing. Actually, that's one of the things I've been
mm.
doing so far during the online businesses, kasi I'm trying everything eh, para alam ko na, oh, if I do this, do I
Oh,
want to
okay.
go through it? Do I do this? So lahat ginagawa ko muna, and then mamaya na ako
Mm,
mag-judge. Kasi ang tendency ko dati
yeah.
judge muna. Ang tendency ko dati judge
Mm,
muna ako, judge and jury muna ako
Mm.
bago ko itetest.
Before
So,
you try, yeah.
yan, yeah, so ngayon, and what's so wonderful, I think, is for all Filipinos there that's watching right now, I can see that this community is actually ang daming Pinoy. Grabe.
Yes.
Parang puro Filipinos actually yung community, no? Parang ang daming Filipinos ang
And they,
nakikita
because
ko dito.
and Filipinos are hardworking and they're doing great in the business kasi magaling ang Pinoy in doing stuff like this, you know. Kaya they're succeeding. And one of
Not
the
only
things that
that,
mhm.
lahat sila walang experience. Lahat tayo
And
pagpasok natin pare-pareho
tama.
tayo.
Mm-mm.
Lahat tayo, kahit na siguro kung expert ka dati sa business mo, pagdating mo dito, hindi. Pare-pareho na lang tayo.
That's
On
true, yeah.
gaano na lang kabilis ka mag-implement or mag-apply ng lesson. I think
Mm.
yun. Yun na lang.
Mm.
Kaya ako yung doubt ko is more on how fast can I implement. I think
Mm.
that's always my mindset. And then the mindset
Mm.
always is remember tayo pag nagma-mindset tayo kasi I'm also a coach and the mindset is always pag meron ka, pag naging successful yung iba, hindi ka na pwede kasi naubos na. 'Di ba? Parang yung
Mm.
meron lang limitation ang
Certain.
oo, may
Mm-mm.
scarcity mindset. So, with this group, the fact that we are growing like 250 people per or more per week, right?
Mm.
It's more
Yes.
than 250 people per week. We know for a fact that there's more room to grow. And
Yeah.
if you see, tulad niyan, si Jigs, na dati hindi rin siya marunong, ngayon successful, gusto ko na rin matuto from her. Gusto ko na rin
Yeah,
matuto.
you can ask me. Fine.
Kaya nga si Jigs kanina, pinapick ko yung brain niya eh. O Jigs, paano mo to ginawa? Kaya doon na rin ako natututo. From other
Mhm.
people's successes is where you can also create your own success.
Yeah, and we learn from each other. What I like also in this in our business communities, there's that learning culture, learning and sharing culture. Yung parang if they are successful in some of the methods or some approaches, they share. They don't keep
Oo.
it. Yeah, they share
Yeah.
it because we enjoy and we are happy when everybody is successful in doing
Yeah.
something. So yun ang there's no selfishness culture in this kind of our business in that sense
Actually,
because we help each other. And yung merong may mga negative forces and all that, they will not survive, right, in this kind of environment, parang ganun. So it's just
actually,
positive mindset of everyone. Yeah.
well, in any group, there will always be
Mm.
negative, right? I
Mm,
mean,
mm.
there will always be negative in every positive, right? But
Ah,
it's
sure.
more on how do you manage it? Kasi for
Mm,
sure, I've met people that will not help you. Yung parang ignore ka
mm,
lang. I've met
mm,
people na sobrang, oh, alika na, I'll handhold you until
mm.
until what? So I mean there are different personalities pa rin, but it's you just have to find who they are. Like
Yes,
me,
that's true.
what I did is because I wanted to really share this to other people out there. I've been reaching out to the group to say sino gusto mag Facebook Live. Kahit na hindi ko
Mm.
kilala, talaga nire-reach out kaya na-meet ko si Jigs eh. So, sa totoo lang, pakapalan lang ng mukha dito.
That's true. But then, I mean, we expect that, right? We expect to have people asking us for help. We expect
Yeah.
ourselves also to be asking others for help. That's the culture that we have, right, within the business community. And yeah, if there are some that are not willing to help, then we move on to another person.
Yeah, exactly. Kasi
Yeah, that's
ang
true.
dami-dami namang tao diyan. Hindi lang naman
Oo.
isa or dalawa po. Ang dami mo. So, actually, kino-cold call ko maraming tao. As in, Tina-text
Mm.
ko sila, messenger ko, tina-text ko sila. Bahala na kung gusto nila sumagot, sumagot
Mm.
sila. So, yun yung ginagawa
Yeah.
ko at this point. So, that's how I'm also learning kasi I'm very much kinesthetic. So, for you
Mm.
guys out there, again, maybe Jigs, before we end, I know that you have a call. I want to make sure that you're
Yeah.
still fresh for your call later. Maybe what are the one or two things you want to share to everyone? And then how do they reach you or how do they connect with you?
Yeah, so you've heard about what we have been talking about during the past how many 40 minutes. So if you're curious, then please we invite you to watch our live webinar, yeah, or workshop or business course. That's what we call it. It's free for 90 minutes, so there's no risk in that, and then see for yourself if that's for you, and just register with your email in our website, either website here that you feel comfortable with, and then we will send you the link to those webinars. So if you can watch for 90 minutes, and there's also replays, it's available also on replays. So why not? Why not try it? Because it's 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You also watch movies, right? Even more than that. Or, you can take a break from other work that you're
TikTok.
doing, from your
TikTok.
talking or from Instagramming and all that. Take a break and then watch this, and it could change your life. Yeah, and especially for those who are searching for something
Yeah.
different that can have a positive effect on your lives, just like what we have shared. If you are
Mhm.
like us also, that's searching for that, then try it. Why not try it? We invite you, and there's no risk for you at all.
Thank
Just
you.
90 minutes of your time.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
So for me, um, if you're starting out and you're trying to understand whether you want to go ahead to corporate further, or you want another source of income, or for the people, lalo na mga moms out there who feels that they want to also work but they don't want to leave their home, lalo na ngayon, right?
Mhm.
Lalo na ngayon, and they're saying nga, siguro it's a new way of living nowadays that more and more people will really stay at home, work at home in the future as well. So this, just looking at how the internet and how online e-commerce is going to grow further pa, right? This is an opportunity for you to come in right now.
Mhm.
But more importantly than that, come in right now where there is a support. Kasi majority of the other online businesses out there, it's not do for you. It's actually you do
Mhm.
it on your own. Here, it's a mixture of do it for you and do it with you. Because we have coaching, we have mentoring, we have a support, we have an online
Mhm.
community. And at the end of the day, where everybody is like a text message away, of a group
Mhm.
call away, and we even have our own teams that really support us. So if you're
Yes.
interested, please go to my website wherein it's www.charlenebanzal.com, or you go to
Mhm.
jksresources.com and just register with your name and email address, and then you'll get immediate access to the replay. But also, please watch your email because there are live events. And for me,
Yes.
I would rather go to a live event because the live, really, you can ask questions. All the questions in the world that really will answer all your doubts. If you're skeptical, if you have any question, if gusto mong makipag-away, tanungin mo doon sa live na yon, because
Yeah.
these people who are there in the webinar are actually industry leaders. They're already successful and they can already tell you their own experiences. So it's not me. I'm not yet an expert. I am doing this business because I do want to be an expert in the future. So if you're interested, please just go to our website. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you have any more questions, you can send us an email or go to our website and just go from there. So, with that, thank you, everybody, once again for joining us. I'm gonna have another live session of Let's Talk on April 22nd at 9 a.m. Philippines time. So with that, thank you so much, Jigs, for joining us.
Thank you, then.
I really appreciate your time, and it's so nice getting to know you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks
Thank
for having
you.
me, and I enjoyed as well. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Jigs, don't leave yet, ha?